Today's connected world can feel more disconnected than ever, and Americans are struggling to balance everything, including their digital lives and their real lives. In fact, in 2019, the word techlash joined our vocabulary as people look for ways to cut back on screen time and re-engage with what's real. And we have a real treat today. Actress and mom Angela Kinsey joins us today to talk a little bit about balancing both worlds every day. Of course, you're our favorite office know-it-all. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is such a treat. I have a lot of questions for you, but first off, I guess we just want to start with where you are right now.
All right, I am in the original HP garage, which is considered the birthplace of Silicon Valley. So I'm actually sitting in a little piece of history here. It's really cool.
Okay, so we're talking about setting some good examples for our kids, balancing it all. Can you talk a little bit as to why you're in this special garage as we're talking about balancing tech and real life?
Yes, so I have partnered with HP. They've launched a campaign called Get Real, and I just think it's super important, especially as a mom, to balance your digital life with your real life and just reconnect with people. Like, put your device down. I know we need our devices, we do, but they shouldn't consume us, right? So it's important to set them aside and reconnect with one another, and it's something we work really hard at my house with my kids.
Okay, so what is your best piece of advice to keeping that screen time at a minimum?
All right, so this is what I have found that works for us is my husband and I have a very structured time frame where they're allowed to be on a device, play their games and their apps, but then that's it. And we set a timer and the whole thing, and then it is away and no exceptions, and we really stick with that. And it's become the norm for them. This is like the structure of their day. That's when they're allowed to have screen time, and then it's done. And they have to go outside and play and do arts and crafts projects. We're really big on family board game nights. But it's just great to give them that structure because they really do crave structure. And then it just lets them sort of go about their day. And it's really helped us a lot.
Well, I love visiting with you and hearing you say that this is an issue for you too, because I kind of feel like all parents deal with this, but I feel like your fabulous celebrity life, things would be easier for you.
We all have the same like life wants and goals. We just want, our kids to be happy and safe and have food on the table and also be with us and be in the moment with us. And I think that just transcends. It doesn't matter what your job is or where you live. That's like a pretty common, I think, goal as a parent.
And, since we have you, we can't not talk about, the office a little bit, life after the office. I feel like life hasn't really slowed down for you. So many things going on. I actually just watched Tall Girl, and you were in it. Can you talk a little bit about your, I loved it. I love you, everything that you've been in, but talk a little bit about what you have going on right now.
Well, yes, Tall Girl is a movie I did on Netflix, and it is a great story about a young girl who just is sort of struggling with being okay with who she is. So I love that message, that just to sort of know that you're enough and that whatever makes you different is a great thing. Like, celebrate that. So I love that movie. And also, I have a podcast I just started with my best friend, Jenna Fisher, who played Pam on The Office. It's called Office Ladies, and we are going to rewatch the whole entire series. We started last week with the pilot, and we're going to go every week in order and tell our behind-the-scenes stories, and I get to work with my best friend. So it's just great. I'm just so happy about it.
What is it about The Office that people just continue to love this many years after, you stopped, since the series finale?
I'm rewatching it now, right, for the podcast, and it's just so great. It's just a great show. It's funny and so well written. But I think what keeps people there are the relationships. It's Jim and Pam, it's Dwight and Angela, it's Michael, and they sort of become your like misfit family. And that's sort of what happens at work. I mean, whether you're at work or like in a classroom, there's probably a Dwight, there's probably an Angela Martin, right? And I think it's really relatable in that way.
I love it. And I can't wait to check out the podcast. Where can people find that and follow your career closely as well?
You can go, we have a website called theofficeladies.com, and it's got everything that Jenna and I are up to. And for more about balancing your digital and real life, you can go to hp.com/getreal.
I love it. You are so real. I love talking kids, being a mom, and of course, The Office with you. So great to visit with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.